Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Litecoin Lisa, and we are here today on Westwood's channel. He was gracious enough to let me give it a try after losing my channel. So we'll be back, but give Westwood a like, subscribe to him if you're not already, and turn the notifications on. I have set up another channel. We'll see if it gets approved. I'm also looking for lots of other options. So we'll talk about all that. We'll drink a lot and have a great Friday. So see you guys just in a minute. Happy Good Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday. Red Solo Cup time. Some whiskey and ice and a little bit of something else. Good
You put
times.
something else? Whiskey and ice. Oh, and
I
like
know. I'm kind of. I know. I'm getting older. I'm kind of weak. Can't handle it. Can't do like I used to, drinking Jack on the rocks.
I don't think that's a manly thing. I think having a little something to mix it to make it last a little longer is a good idea.
Man's got to know his limitations.
That's right.
As you get older, you realize you got a lot of them.
Yeah. Sometimes a woman has to know her limitations, and I sure got handed mine yesterday, midstream. I really appreciate everybody's support in the community, and we're trying to get a backup channel going. We'll see what happens with that. I did appeal because I had I've never received a strike, actually. I have received a warning. So Jean-Claude was helping me figure this out. I've only ever received one warning. And then they said, if you get a strike, you won't be able to upload for a week. Well, then midstream, Johnny and I were having a chat, and they cut the whole thing, terminated the entire channel, which I guess the part that I've saved all these videos and I can recreate, but I had a video that I had made when we adopted Mighty Mia that I made for the for all the caseworkers and the judge, because we had a new judge assigned at the last minute. And so there was a video on there with, like, I don't know, we've shown it a lot, and I use it when I speak, like at colleges or different places when we tell the Mighty Mia story. So I have to recreate that. Thankfully, I have all the original pictures. But
Good.
And not to mention, it was nice getting that little extra bit of dirty fiat once a month from them. So this new channel will not be monetized. I am going to pull a Jean-Claude, and I've created a PayPal tip jar and a coin tree that you can tip in crypto. And you can always become a Patreon member. That's $5 a month, and a great way. You also get extra content with that. So great way to support the channel and what we're doing. But I think this has motivated me, where I've gotten lazy and complacent because it was easy, that I had, Twitter and YouTube set up. So right now I'm streaming on Twitch for the first time. Got that figured out.
Woo! All right.
So there's another option. I signed up for BitChute, but I don't see an option there to stream live, but I know people do stream live on there, or I thought they do. So I'll be uploading videos over there afterwards. And then library, I've already been texting and tweeting with them, and Odyssey. We're trying to figure out how to link my new channel to my old library channel that was linked to my old YouTube channel. So it's really cool to have community helping you and reaching out for that. I'm trying to think. BitChute, library, Twitch, Odyssey, DLive. I can't figure out DLive.
Okay, yeah.
It's this whole stream key. It's a lot of language I don't understand. It's the stream key thing. Like, I can get to a certain page, and then it says save this and it will produce a stream key. And then you get to the next page and it says set your advanced something to 2. And I don't know where to do that inside StreamYard. And then it gives like a link for URL and a link for something else. And I'm just like lost like a ball in tall grass. So
Yeah, that's the
We'll
problem.
get
They
there.
make it so easy. They've got all the resources. They make it easy. Oh, sign right up. You can start your channel, and they
Mm.
just, it's like, here, try this for free, little kid. The next thing you
Yep.
know, and boom, coming back for more, strung out, and then they can use you, and then they throw you away. I mean, it's the same concept, and
Yeah.
it stinks because they do that. And I mean, yeah, you were doing very well, but you know what? It just, like you said, it teaches us to, all right, fine. It's your BS game that you want to play.
Right.
Okay,
I'll take my ball and go home.
we'll just find another way to play,
Or find another playground.
or
Yeah,
we'll just
for
start
sure.
another game. And yeah,
Yeah.
it is what it is. You've got a good following. I mean, even right now we have 17 people in the chat.
Thank you guys. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and so
glad
this is
everybody's
like
here.
short notice, and hey, everybody,
Cheers to
yeah,
the
thanks for
loyal
being
and
here.
faithful.
Retweet. I put a tweet out, and tag
Mm.
people in it. Retweet that. I mean, put that out there so people can kind of, maybe they can hop in and join.
Oh, you know what? I can't, because of the way we have it set up right now, I couldn't do like a pre
That's all right.
link.
I actually got the link. I pulled the link because you did
Okay.
have it posted, and I took the link and I tweeted it, and then I tagged
Okay.
people and pointed to it. So I mean, hopefully that's probably how a lot of
I've
them
got
found
to
out and got in
post
here.
it for Patreon, because usually I post the link before we go live so that my Patreon all can jump
Cool.
on
Thanks, Wendell. Tweeted
there
the video.
too. Oh, thanks, Wendell.
Yeah, because it's just, here we are. It's, I don't know. The community's everything, because there's nothing else. I mean, the institutions have failed us. I mean, you see that day and day, and we just need to seek out the good people and the people that have always been in your chat, in the group that you've drawn together all the way since the beginning, with just having people share their story, and creating that community and bringing people together so that we can, no matter what happens, still be a part of each other. And whatever platform it is, we'll find a way.
Remember when we were kids? I don't know if your schools ever did this, but we had like the fire department would come visit.
No, I never went to school.
Come on. And
locked in a
they would
closet.
have you had to like draw a map of your house, and you had to have like a plan of, if there's a fire, what would you do? If there's a fire in a different place, whatever.
Raid the liquor cabinet.
That too. But you had to have a meetup spot for your family outside the home. And so I think that's what's happening right now, is we're finding that emergency meetup spot. Like, where are we going to go? And it really creates that strong free market that we talked about. What are you giggling about?
I'm pointing to Westwood. That's the meetup spot.
Oh, that's the meetup spot.
That's going to be like a sanctuary. We're going to have lily pad sanctuaries. We're going to be able to hop to different sanctuaries. We're all going to have like a place to where it's like the underground crypto railroad or something. We'll kind of like hang out at other people's places and, on the road. But anyway,
I can't find the link to the
meetup
live
spots
right now.
We're going to stand by the bush, in the front yard,
Yes. Yeah. We're going to meet at the fire hydrant on the corner, whatever. And so what does that look like? I have Foxhole as an app, which is one of the things that the Monarch community created. They also have redpill.net. So I'm going to get on there, try to figure out how to stream that. I think the app thing, where Foxhole is an app, because so many people, use their phone or working on their phone.
I'm on my phone.
Did you find a live link? I don't see that you have a link.
Yeah, it's not, because the way they post it, go to my page and then go to home, and then you'll see the actual link there. It's not under videos.
To your Westwood?
The Westwood YouTube channel. And then click on home, and then scroll down a little bit, and then you'll see my ugly mug in the dark doing this. And then it'll be that's the link, and then you can click on it, and then you can share it and copy the link and do whatever. Yeah, okay. Click on home. Yep. And then there it is. There, right there. It says live.
There he is.
There's the one and only.
Okay.
A little bit. That's maybe pre-COVID. Wait.
Is it?
I think so.
What did I just do? I just tried to print something.
We're going down the Foxhole.
Lord, I'm just really on my first drink, but I've been I'm not technical. So today has been like a lot going on for me.
But you get the job done because you're determined. And that's what it comes down to. I mean, so many people, I don't care what degree they have or how smart they think they are, and, what book they've published. It doesn't matter. It comes down to boots on the ground. I mean, getting stuff done. It's really
Well,
what it
I'm
is.
really committed to the
Figure
community
it out.
built and the things that we're doing and the future that this community provides. So we've all got to do our part. And if I get to do the fun part, I'm all for that.
Right
So,
on. Yeah. See, this is, you were just saying last week, it's like, oh, Westwood, said he should start a channel. And I said, no, I'll just come on to your channel. And so here we are, dragging
thank God you did. Yes.
dragging me into this, making me launch something off my channel. No,
Mhm.
I'm just, you know what? I'll just show up and have fun, then I'll leave, let everybody else set it all up, But no, you do a great job. That's why I can't do it better than you do. So go ahead, just have me on. And I'm honored to be on every Friday.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
And be able to just drink and talk smack. It's awesome.
Talking smack is your gift. I
guess say. Something.
Okay,
around.
I have invited. Now I have invited our Patreon. I have officially. It's on YouTube, so it's Periscope is still working. But even though I couldn't see Ben's earlier,
with that? I don't understand.
So
hey, to Bon Mama, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is a good Friday.
You guys, give Westwood some love. If you aren't already subscribed, please help my brother out who's helping me out.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, I don't go Elvis because we'll get kicked off of this channel. Yeah,
be careful.
All right, I know. Start singing.
I'm excited to see where the community is going to go, though, because and will it go to multiple platforms, and what does that look like? Are there different personalities with different platforms?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's really interesting. I had a crap ton of library coin. I was really excited to see it.
It's gone up quite a bit. Now it kind of dipped a little bit here recently because I think the SEC is now saying that, well, your ICO, see, they're harassing them now.
Yes,
because
they are.
Yeah. So anyway,
but they're like the what is it from Robin Hood?
Little John,
I'm more the sheriff of Nottingham. Yes, you are more Friar Tuck.
I know.
But the sheriff of Nottingham coming around and asking for the taxes. They're not really destroying these crypto companies. No. They're going around and taking fees from them.
Yes.
Just like they did with the banks, or who do with the banks. The money that JP Morgan made shorting silver is astronomical, billions. They get slapped on the hand with a couple $1 million fine.
All right.
Okay, you go ahead and play.
That'll show you.
Yeah. Because they want them to do it again so that they can find them again.
Because it's a fiat money system. Oh, here we go. We're gonna get land. But it's just.
Well, let's kick your channel off next.
I'm out. I don't even care.
Oh, ban your channel next.
Whatever. What do I got to lose? I'm all backed up on library. So
that's good.
No, it's just because that's kind of the way the system is. It needs more money. It's the velocity. It's the money has to circulate. And so they don't want to shut things down necessarily in that level. They got to keep that grease. They got to keep it moving, so they're not going to say, oh, guess what? You're out of business. You're a chosen one. So you got to keep running. You're too big to fail. You need to keep, they want to keep that money flowing and that system working. Otherwise, I don't know. Well, I guess we're going to find out. They don't have,
they are the vampires, and if they have nothing to feed off of,
that's it. There's no blood.
Yeah, there's no blood. What are they going to do? Well, and that may be where they eat themselves at this point.
Could be. I mean, that's. I've always thought that though, that's what would happen. That's kind of how it is in societies. The elite at some point when they can't control the masses. Everything's falling apart. It's really a struggle till the end, and it's the strongest will survive. The most ruthless will survive, and they will. They'll eat their own, and because and not realize that once you're the only one left standing, it's like, okay, you're done because you're not going to be able to control this system. You've got no accomplices anymore. It's just a losing game. In the end, God wins. There's a reason why you hear that, because good will prevail ultimately. I don't want to have to come back and do this again, so we need to do it now. And, we're at that point where
there's a lot going on. Yeah. Well, and that's what Public and I were talking today. And I said, what's funny? There's kind of this attitude lately. And I think the narrative is changing because, there is this battle of light and dark, and they're kicking people off. They're shutting down, censoring the light workers or the good news that's getting out there. And so I'm even, I was even like, wow, I'm hearing this and that. And there seems to be this narrative with a little bit of ego in it that's like, oh, well, I just think that 17th letter thing is a big psyop. And I just think that, and
have you looked into it? Have you read the stuff? I mean,
right.
Or are you just
Well, and here's the thing. Do you just look at what it did do? It's like people saying that Mr. T is a bad guy and that he's arrogant.
I pity the fool that don't like Mr. T.
He may be. Yeah, he may be arrogant. He may be all those things. But look at what he's done. What he did for the farmers, what he did for rescuing children, what he did for
he did nothing that was
bringing peace
in
the world.
Of what real America is. Everything pro-America, nationalist.
So look at someone's actions, not their words. Well, you can say the same thing with the 17th letter. You can say, and
you're
maybe
so cute.
You're so cute. Yeah. But you can also say that maybe it was created by the bad guys.
Okay, but Bitcoin could have been created by the bad guys, but it's still a weapon.
Cliff High said that.
They leave it on the ground, you can pick it up and use it. Okay, so you've got the spear of destiny and Hitler has it or whatever, that's not the good example, but the Nazis create this, super weapon. Well, guess what? If you take control of it, you can do good with it. It's like anything else, that weapon, it depends whose hands it's in.
Yeah. So the ego has to get out of the way and do what's right on behalf of the greater good, not in a communist, socialist way, but what's righteous, I guess.
Litecoin Lisa is a communist.
I am not a communist.
Take that out. Take that. I'm not a communist. I'm not a crook.
I am not a communist. Yeah. So I'm just thinking there is this whole thing. And I've gone through this in my life a couple of different times, but I've seen where for some reason in society, if you're negative, if you are a doubter, if you are, mostly it's the negative doubter. For some reason you have this, well, I'm just being more intelligent, some kind of superior crap than if you're hopeful, kind and positive, but just as unsure as the negative people. Nobody really knows 100%. No. I think that ego part that I'm hearing that. So as they're taking out, my point was, as they're taking out these light voices or these truth tellers, I mean, myself, I was even like, oh yeah, I'm seeing this where people are like, we're getting longer and longer. And is this getting worse or is this getting better? I can't really tell. And I think that's that fog of woo that Uncle Cliff talks about. But then it's like, oh, I know what it was. Then my Charlie started playing one night. He follows a lot of people on BitChute, and he was on there with Dave from X22. And it was like, okay, there's the truth. My soul could hear the truth.
Yeah.
And that's what they want, that voice out of the mainstream or even the alternative media, because they want everybody to be doubting and only hearing that mainstream narrative. Yep. They want them to hear the doubt and the fear and to go down that hole. And we have to get back to, when you hear that stuff, part of your doubt and fear is that it's just, you don't trust it because it's not right, and then when you hear something that's true and it resonates with you and you go, yeah, that's the truth. Okay. I'm centered again. I'm back, so we can't give up. We got to keep telling the truth. And if that means we move to other platforms or do multiple platforms,
so be it. We have everybody who we love in the chat. I mean, the people who we are resonating with have been called together. We've all been called together. Lighthouse calling all these boats out of the wild ocean back to a point. We've done that. And that community that's been built, you as a large part doing it through your channel, but you would do that anyway. I mean, you'll do that no matter where you're at. I mean, you've done it your whole life. So it's one of those things where I look at it as, you know what? Fine. Take the channel away, fine, start a new one.
Yeah.
Because you're still going to affect more people. You're going to affect new people. And the people with the eyes to see and the ears to hear will be there. They will show up. They will. The universe just works that way. People will find a way. You just need to light the match, light the torch in the lighthouse, whatever it is. It could be a single match. And a single match in the darkness makes a big difference. In a big lighthouse, like Litecoin Lisa,
but that's why it takes
shining this.
The whole community. Like, I don't have a lighthouse unless
I'll bring up
we
the
have the
kerosene
community
and feed it for you, and you keep that light going. I'll just throw a little kerosene on it.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm accepting kerosene, by the way.
Kerosene,
in the description below.
Diesel.
Yeah.
My generator would be nice.
Yeah, I did not put a link to the new channel in this video, just to be kind of cautious about, because I still have to get approved. And I had to jump through some hoops to do that.
Seek out Lisa on YouTube and find her and subscribe to that new channel.
Yeah. And I will start sharing that link. But I think you guys should be able to find it. It's
got the same picture that, you've probably seen before. And so you'll recognize her.
Yeah. I tried to I think I have like 54 followers right now.
Man, it took me like a year to get 54 followers. It takes Lisa like 3 hours.
No, I've worked really hard for a few years to get where we are now. So, and I'm grateful to everybody that's following and subscribing and turning on your notifications.
I don't work hard though. Lisa works hard every day. I don't work hard at it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
I love it.
I know.
I think it's a lot of fun.
That's why it's so good that, on Fridays, I'm just like out there pushing rocks around, and Dad, transfer this. Hey, can you help me do this? I want to get more theta, anyway. And, okay, boom, boom, boom. All right, we got to go live, and it's like, I don't have to worry about that. I plug it in, go pour my drink.
That's another thing. I tried to get on theta, and I downloaded the Edge node and had it like up and running and all that, but I don't understand the terminology where it says like enter your stream key here, and then somewhere it says you don't need a stream key, but somehow I'm supposed to connect it with my. Are you trying to stake it,
or are you trying to create a node and like on your computer?
So it's my understanding that to stream live on Theta TV.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You have to be running that Guardian Edge node, or not the Guardian, maybe it's the Edge node. And so I tried that and got it running, but then it has like. I just don't understand the terminology.
Bix Weir, are you in the building? Calling Bix Weir, we need assistance.
It'd be nice if Bix would help me.
I know.
I messaged him one time and asked him for a stream key, and
he's
I
like,
don't
hang
remember
on.
what he said.
I'm going to go back alley and get one.
Yeah. But then I've been told by other people you don't need a stream key now, that they've upgraded it. So I just need some help. I'm maxed out at my tech level.
Girls got to know her limitations.
It is. And you know what? And maybe then you trust that and you say, and maybe I say I need help with this, and maybe that helps Theta grow. Wow. You got dummies like Lisa trying to stream and can't figure out where to put the stream key.
You've had 55,000 plus subscribers, and it's like, you've got active audience that's always in there. And so, they want people like that, I would think. Like you. And so, I mean, hey, you know what? Focus on this. This is a person who does a great job, building the network and the channel. But as far as the technical skills, I need a little help. Help me on board. I need that. So
and help me learn so that I can teach someone else.
And you'll teach everybody else. Yeah, because you do a good job at that.
Which I've already seen on Twitter and in the chat, or not in the chat, but on Twitter, that Odyssey Mame reached out to Odyssey. She's very active in the library community, and they're already working at trying to help me onboard a new channel and get everything streaming. And I guess they're getting ready to start live streaming on Odyssey. And so that'll be interesting.
So that'll be good. Yeah, because you're already set up if it'll just connect in.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Except that for some reason I have like a wallet. I guess I signed on to library before I realized that they had already started a channel for me without me knowing. And so if I log on to library, I have a bunch of coins in the wallet that's like on my online, but my wallet that's on my computer, I hardly have anything.
I
and
can't
it's
take the
different.
winning. All right. I can't keep winning like this. We got coins here. We got coins there. I don't even know where they're coming from. Make the winning stop. Okay. Can you just make it stop?
Well, but if I don't know what to do with it, it's
Right.
useless, you know? So,
I just had that conversation today, and it's just like,
okay,
if you can't spend it and if someone won't accept it, what good is it?
it's
You can have a
nothing.
pile of gold, and if nobody's
Mhm.
going to take it, what are you going to do with it? And the same
Yeah.
can be said about crypto. It depends where you're at and what you need. And we're in interesting times. What is that? The Chinese
We
proverb,
are.
may you live in interesting times. Well, that's like a double-edged sword. It's like, what do you mean interesting? That could be pretty bad, or it could be pretty good.
Mhm.
So as we go forward, it's like we got to really start thinking about what we need, what we can use to purchase
What has
things.
value? Yeah.
Right. What has value to get you what you need, like tangible things, that you need. And so we just got to start thinking that way. I'm thinking that way because I'm like, I got to get my order together this weekend because I need to have, Mitch is like, you need to get that stuff done because I want to have a pavilion out here on that old barn foundation by the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, to have that done so we can have a big pavilion. And maybe I can get like a superstar like Bix Weir to show up and his beautiful wife Amy to show up.
That would be so fun.
Wouldn't it? And then he can play music out there, and it doesn't matter if it rains or not, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like, but I want that there. So that's like the big project this year. I want to get that done. My wife's painting
When
all the
is
cabinets.
his new RV's coming in July, I think.
Well, if
Oh
he can get
no,
the
maybe
parts.
it's June.
Well, you know
Yeah,
what?
they
I
can get
saw
the
on his
parts.
website today, he had made a video. May 7th, he's going to be in Arizona doing something live. So they're going to start going on the road. And I'm thinking,
Yeah,
okay,
he
by the
has
time.
been talking about a big, I can't remember when we talked about it, but he was talking about this big Grand Canyon thing he's going to do and be energy. I hope I'm not saying something I'm not supposed to. Anyway, but I was
Well,
like,
he's all about the Grand Canyon. So
I still want to be there. Yeah. So maybe that would be really fun to kind of kick off the summer, and then we can all be able to meet up multiple times this summer, hopefully. Bless you. Are you back to I didn't know if that was a profound thought or
No, it was. I couldn't stop it.
But either way.
Thank you. If I had a mask on, I would remove it and then sneeze and then put it back on, right?
Hey, I'm totally delinquent on calling out the chat because we love you guys that are here. Nana, I was worried I didn't see you posting, so I'm glad you're here. Tom's here.
Oh my gosh.
Weird Wendell, who we love so much.
The weird one.
Wendell.
Why don't we go for a soda, Wendell?
A soda? What does that mean?
Yeah. Well.
Oh, you guys have code words.
Well, back when we were in Texas for the first Bitcoin Ben big event.
Yeah, you guys came back with a lot of beer.
Yeah, and we're playing this song, it's I can't remember that Kim or what's his name. Put it in the chat, Wendell. Who's the artist that sang that? Might as well go for a soda. That thing. That song. That's a pretty cool song. Anyway, old. I would play it right now, but I'm not gonna do that. That'll really screw up things.
He said, I'm ready, but I think that's a SpongeBob song. I'm really not sure.
He's ready for a soda. And so it's like,
he's ready for a soda. Okay.
Yeah, the code for soda is, this is a soda. So we got some sodas when we came back from, to that event. Lisa.
Oh, hurry. I'm losing people. So I can only scroll up so far. So hold on. I got to call people out before I lose them. Magic Torch, Tom, Two Bonbon Mama. J-Boy Smith 76 Calm? That's not what that says. Tom, Stacy, Bonbon. Let's see.
What's Bonbon doing in June?
She's probably shopping. I was very jealous. She sent me pictures of her new boots, and I was like, I miss shopping. Hi Ho Silver's here. Phil C's here. So glad to see you guys. Did I say Magic was here? I think I said Magic was
Sir
here.
Joseph Greenfellow.
Where do you see Sir Joseph?
Just popped in.
Okay. Here's David to Wayne.
Yeah.
You're starting more current. I'm trying to go back because they're like I'm losing them. Jason Moore.
I've got the Orion cube that Matt Groening on The Simpsons has, so he can predict all the things that happens. Or maybe it's called the Orion cube. I think it's Orion, but whatever. It's got that little time picture device.
Johnny, okay, here's the troublemaker.
Get out of here. I want you out. I want you out right now.
Johnny says that Litecoin Lisa should not be canceled or
No.
terminated.
No.
But
what.
we got in trouble. It's probably for something I said, but it happened to be on a video with Johnny.
Who knows? I mean, this is all fake. Anyway,
Yeah.
You can use any excuse you want. I was reading the terms of service when I signed up for another platform today, and I'm like, it could be anything. I mean, just at a whim, it could be anything that you say. Anything that we've said in any freaking video could be pulled out. Oh, that violates it.
Oh, I mean, I have to tell you, like I've said, I mean, our Wednesday show, I was like, we might get in trouble.
I know, but it's like, oh, that's okay. You say all
That's fine. You can talk about that. You just can't talk about
do that on TV and
cryptocurrency or taxes.
Gosh darn it! What are you doing? We need to say C&T.
Oh yeah, sorry.
You got to have all these freaking hashtags C&T
instead of TNA. Now those are the dirty words.
TNA is fine because
TNA is fine. You can talk about that all you want.
Absolutely, they're teaching kindergartners that. That's just how it works. I mean, that's the plan. That's all good.
Oh, here's Sir Joseph Greenfellow. I found him.
There you go.
Oh, you guys.
Good times.
What a weekend. What a weekend. Okay, let's move on from my pity party and not a pity party, but our launch of
but that's
the newness of
if
where we're going to go next.
The reason why we're on this channel is because Litecoin Lisa, her massive 5,000 plus channel was terminated.
I'm a very bad girl.
Terminated. Horrible.
Yeah.
Because she had Lisa After Dark on there one time. And they terminated.
Oh my gosh. So I said something about being terminated or banned, I don't know, on Twitter. And I got retweeted by some porn site thing that was like, they saved some URL for me and do I want to get paid and something? And I was like, oh, no, thanks. I may have a whole new audience. I don't know. It was very weird.
You could. Oh, yeah. So you got an airdrop of 1,000 Spank coins.
Yeah, I was like
Spank tokens, whatever it is. That is actually Spank chain is. Anyway.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, I've heard. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
I don't
know anything.
I don't go to those things. I'm not into it.
But you knew exactly what it was. But I don't know anything.
But it's research. You have to.
Education is important.
Yeah, you do. Mm-hmm. You have to know the other side to be able to fight it. So
too funny.
Yeah.
No, I was just really frustrated because here we are. It was April Fool's Day, and I guess a lot of people didn't believe me.
Come on.
No, a lot of people didn't believe me and thought I was joking, and I was like, no, I really got terminated. And I had just signed up. So every year for Mighty Mia's birthday, we celebrate her life, not her death, but how she changed the world. And we got to spend time with her for 7.5 years here on this earth. And now after we're still connected with her. But so we celebrate her birthday, which is April 15th. Mommy's little tax deduction. So sweet. And there I said the T word again. I might get in trouble. But so we have begged, my husband specifically has met with Leukemia Lymphoma Society Foundation for a couple years now as we've fundraised in her honor and all this. And we've begged them to take cryptocurrency. And so this year we were considering like moving on to another aspect, maybe adoption or the organ donation, different things that have affected her life, special needs kind of issues. And
a new pavilion? No.
A new pavilion.
Sorry.
But this year they agreed to accept cryptocurrency. So I literally that morning, April 1st, maybe this is all just a bad joke.
It could
maybe
be. Enjoy the show, Lisa. Enjoy the show.
Okay. I don't even know what to believe anymore. All right. Well, so that morning I had reached out to my local contact here and I said, we want to celebrate Mighty's birthday again with you by having a celebration and ask people to donate in her honor on her birthday.
$208 right now. Go ahead. Sorry.
Is it really?
I'm just watching it. Yeah.
Oh,
I have a live ticker here. I'm telling you, I'm interrupting you. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, fix it. Finish it.
Okay, I'll wrap it up. Anyway, so they're finally accepting cryptocurrency. So we're like super excited. So I send the Team Mighty Mia email. I'm like, hey, let's launch the page. we'll fundraise like all of April to be with a big, online party where people can donate directly to LLS, or they can give divvy to the Team Mighty, so we can build the. What? Somebody saying something? You cannot pay attention for anything. You're cut off. Anyway, so
Polly P in the chat. That's it.
oh,
Go.
Polly. Oh Lord, yeah. Okay. Anyway, I was talking about my daughter.
It's hammer time.
And so anyway, we'll talk about that later. We'll do
I'm sorry.
no, it's okay.
No, it's
So
not.
we are gonna be fundraising for them, but we're getting ready to launch. So I was all excited thinking that I could we're building up the channel, the community's contributing, all this kind of stuff. So we're still doing it. We're still gonna honor Mighty Mia and her life by having like an online kind of what's it called? What did they call them in the old days?
Telethon.
Yeah,
telethon. You pick up the
where
phone.
you can give
Hello.
cryptocurrency or other funds to help out.
So where do you think,
honor
what's the
Mighty Mia.
platform going to be? Do you have like some idea where you want to do that? How you want to do that? You want to do it on your
No, I think
channel?
as we get close to the 15th that we kind of, have these conversations. I'm going to have conversations with everybody that we have a weekly show with. I'm going to have conversations with people that are friends of mine, like Bix Weir and Bitcoin Ben.
Bitcoin Ben. I put it on his channel.
Yeah. That'd be great if he wants to do that. If he feels comfortable with that, I'd be honored. I think that'd be great. And so we'll just see where it goes and who wants to contribute, and have those links available where if you feel comfortable giving directly to LLS, you can. If you want to give to Team Mighty through, we are trying to build that, or our goal is to get that Divi node up to a gold node. The reason is that a gold node puts off a copper node once a year. So our thought is to give away a copper node every year to a new nonprofit that has something to do with Mighty Mia's.
So tell us, a gold node is how many do you have to have a gold node?
I don't know.
Okay.
Is it like, I think Litecoin Leader knows all that.
Litecoin Leader knows that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And hey, congrats to Litecoin Leader. If you guys are not following him, he just launched his channel last night. I was banned and did not have my new channel set up yet, so I wasn't able to watch. But I hope everybody goes look for Litecoin Leader. And he's a strong member of our community and is very supportive. So we want to definitely support him. The more people that are in this space, I know I wear you guys out with this, but I love that the more people in this space and the better everyone does, the more we are together. So if we can build up more and more people in this space, encourage them, and I think it's going to make it all a better place. So.
Lisa, you're absolutely right. You're all about building people up. And you know what? That's why it's a good balance here, because you build them up. I fill the drinks and they fall down. Because
I build them up, you knock them down.
There's disproportionate drinking going on here from someone in the chat. All right, Lisa's catching up now.
I'm trying. I'm working on it.
I'm going to wet that whistle. All right. That's usually the way it is, though. There's, unless Lisa's here and we got some Tito's and some Fresca. She's
here's the other thing is I was following these rules, trying to create what the community wanted and what people wanted. And so I think it's time to, if this is a reset point, I'd love to hear from the community. If you guys could redesign the show from this point forward, what does that look like to you? Would you change?
Get rid of the drunk.
The name of it?
Get him out of here. Keep the pretty girl. Get rid of that guy.
You're so funny. Not just this show, but all week long. Johnny
Litecoin, he's the problem. He's got to go.
He's the problem.
Yeah,
I want to blame it on him, even though it's probably something I said.
Because he's tempered. He's usually pretty good.
I was going to say, it's literally my least controversial. It's my least controversial show.
Yeah.
And I get this email. First, we get terminated midstream. Then the next day, they send me a thing saying that it was because of that show. And I'm like, That's my least controversial show.
I know.
How am
It's
I
like, that's BS.
terminated
Come on.
without any warning for my least controversial?
Silliness.
All right, you
Too
guys,
silly.
everybody in the comments, comment if you're taking a big swig with me, because you don't get to
We
drink
need to have a
shame me.
we need to have a drinking game at one point, not today.
Oh, we should create a
We
drinking
should.
game
It's
for
like
Friday.
every time somebody says, pick a word Friday, whatever it is.
Oh, that
something in
might
the
be very
headlines.
bad.
Right.
No.
Something in the headlines. But if you say it, then we get a drink. It's like, oh, you said it, get a drink. I don't know. Come up with an idea, to make this interactive so that we can,
Interesting.
not listen to me interrupt all day.
You're not interrupting. Will you stop? I count on you interrupting.
All right, I can do that. Master of distraction. So what's new this week? Speaking of PayPal, PayPal, you're going to be able. I wanted this week. My goal was, and failed again. My goal was to, and I don't even know if we can do it right now. I wanted to test it out so I could talk about it on Happy Hour. To purchase something with crypto using PayPal. So I was going to go to eBay, find some silver coin or something, that I want to buy, or a part for my bug.
I think that Mame has. I think she accepts crypto for her tile store in California, so you could order tiles
then I'll
from
bust
California.
my knees tiling again. I can't do it. No, concrete. Somebody come in and pour it. And I'm at that point. It's done. Yeah, I mean, so PayPal though, I don't know if the merchant has to decide to take crypto. I don't think they do. That's why I want to test it out. Go on eBay and pay with PayPal, but instead of selecting like a credit or a debit card, select Litecoin, because I bought some Litecoin just to test it out on PayPal. I know you can't withdraw it, but
I know Public was very upset
because you couldn't take it out.
He couldn't take it out, which I thought I thought everybody knew that.
Baby steps.
Which I think is really interesting and might lend to even more scarcity of those coins, because if PayPal is capturing those coins and not letting, you can send them inside their system,
right?
But then they really are holding them,
right?
That makes more scarcity for, the free market for those coins.
Grayscale has, I agree. Grayscale. I'm going to circle back to that. I'll circle back.
Oh Lord, don't say that. I can't stand that woman.
So Grayscale has over 1.5 million Litecoin in their trust right now. 1.5 million Litecoin when there's only 67 million right now that have been mined out. Only 84 million can possibly be mined out. And a lot of those have been lost because I know I've given them to some people at moments that I probably shouldn't have, and I guarantee they've lost them. Just saying. And there's a lot of them, that's just the way it is. So, 1.5 million that they're locking up right now, and Litecoin hasn't even really started the bull run yet. It hasn't even moved up, hasn't even garnered a lot of excitement. When it does, everybody's going to be jumping on the bandwagon. Right now is the time to, under the radar, get some. But, when it's $1,000, everybody's going to say, oh my God, well, I got to get some Litecoin. I got to get 0.1 Litecoin, and that's
this is Charlie. My Charlie he's like, I cannot tell you how many people. So he's been off work for almost a year now, was fired for being a patriot and standing up for himself. And we've had some struggles, and I've been really grateful for the support we've had in the community and the channel and all that. And some choices that we made inside that and the research that we did. And for now, we're like in this really good place where we're like, we have the freedom to make these choices. Well, his buddies are now all calling him from work going, hey, so I got this, you want to come work over here? You want to come work over there? And he's like,
not really.
Not really. And they're like, what are you doing? And he's like, and then he's telling. And, we've been telling them, he has been telling them directly for over 3 years. And they've been going,
I know.
And now they're the ones out there working 60 plus hour weeks.
Yeah, getting off work at 8 o'clock unless they got to do
right.
And then they're there till 10. Yeah.
I mean, it's been rough in the car business, and now with all these shortages, there's no cars to sell. Like, it's not a pretty sight. And so I don't know. It's really interesting. It's that whole thing. You can't be a prophet in your own hometown. So
No,
he's
you
trying to
can't.
tell people because he cares about them, about all this, and nobody wants to hear it. Now that, when Bitcoin was $3, $4, $6,000,
Under 10.
they
Let's just say under
they
10.
yeah, anything under 10,
Yeah.
they didn't have time for you. That
Nah.
I'm gonna go check my stocks.
Yeah, hang on, everything's great. Oh yeah, Dow
Yeah,
Jones is up today. Yeah,
yeah,
it's up 1%. I'm winning.
right. Now they're like, how do I get some Bitcoin? Well, dude, it's like 60 grand.
Yeah,
You
there's a
want to
lot of
pay the
ways to get
fees on
Bitcoin.
that?
Go on
Like,
Cash App, you can get Bitcoin. Go to PayPal and get some Bitcoin.
yeah.
It's like that's the thing though. You've got all these ramps, all these gateways into it now, and it's going to get more and more and more. And as there are more and more ways onto the super highway, the freaking
Mhm.
internet money super highway, sound money for the digital age, it's going to be, those people will be able to get it, but they're not going to be able to get that much because it's like everything else. If you take the risk and you believe in something that nobody else believes in, because those are the things I love. When the
Mhm.
herd's going one way, I'm like, oh, I want that, but they don't want, because that's what it is, and that's why I am with
Right.
Litecoin right now. Okay, you don't want it, and you think everything else is going to the moon. I know what the fundamentals are. I know what platforms it's on. Just wait. And then they're going to be
So
calling you and saying, "Oh my gosh, can you sell me like a little bit of Litecoin?" That's what it's going to be. And
I think
so,
Litecoin is the people's coin. And if you guys didn't watch Bitcoin Ben, which you probably did, but if you haven't watched Bitcoin Ben, oh hey Daddy-O, I just saw you on here too. Go watch Bitcoin Ben's post at 3 o'clock today. And there's a lot more that he said to me privately that he knows, that he hints to in this video, but there's a lot of reasons that Litecoin is not Bitcoin's copy. And it is different, and it is for the people. And there's maybe even a reason that it's not running right now. What if
right.
that's for the good of the people?
And see, that's the way I look at it. There's a reason why I don't want to say it's suppressed, but there's a reason why it's always a late bloomer. I mean, it will lead the big run, but the Litecoin, I mean, if you look at it, just
So
look
is
at the
it kind
chart
of
and
like
what
the
it does.
ball in the
It's it
slingshot, that
it
it kind
is.
of sits here and
It's that
pushes
ball. Yes,
and then
it's
it
that. And
springs
when it
forward?
goes, there's no stopping it. It's just like a
Yeah.
rocket. I mean, just like this, just bullet train, and that's
Mhm.
what it is. And I've had visions of this, this rail, this smooth, beautiful, shiny, just bulky but smooth payment rail, that's just unstoppable. And that's what it is. I mean, holding that ball underwater, you take it and you try and dive down. I did that when I was a kid. My grandparents had a pool, in-ground pool. Take that
Uh-huh.
ball and try and dive down all the way to the bottom, touch the bottom, then let it go. And you can't hold it down there. But that's what
Rocket you up.
it is,
Yeah.
though. It's like you can't hold it for very long. You can hold it and hold it and hold it down, and I think that's what's happening, because when you see grayscale, and I keep harping on that, harkening back to that, is 1.5 million Litecoin.
It's a
Why
lot.
is there such a demand for it? Who
Yeah.
wants it? I mean, then you see
And why is
everybody.
it being locked up?
Right. Why
And
are
then they're
people
literally selling
grabbing
it for
that?
10 times
Yeah,
what we can
because
buy it on the free market.
exactly, because it's like 0.093278, whatever it is. It's less than a tenth.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's less. Let's say a tenth of a Litecoin for that share. And you go look at LTCN. Go look it up in the stock ticker, LTCN, and see what it's selling for. I don't know what it is. I'm going to say
I don't know either.
$250, $300, but that's only exposure to 0.1 Litecoin. 0.1. I mean, there's something going on with it. There's
Yeah.
just, it's a gift. It's a gift to you right now. It's a gift to all of us. Just go get it and pick it up. It's like right there lying on the ground. Just go pick it up, get some, and forget about it, because you won't
I'm
regret it.
I'm with you. I think there's another gift. So just a little heads up, because you guys are loyal, faithful, and true, and have found us and are going to continue to build the fam from this point forward. SL369 that
I
Westwood
knew you were going to
introduced
say
us
that.
to.
I know that.
So SL369 that Westwood introduced us to, we've made substantial gains and she's been dead on. Like, I can't even tell you, we've made anywhere from
Ridiculous.
500 to 700% gains in weeks to a month. It's been insane. But you guys should check it out and do your own research, make whatever choices you want to make. But she asked me to mediate.
Come on.
Yeah, she asked us to mediate. And so we've got this list of coins. So she and I, and then this astrologer friend of hers, Maya, from Shining Bull Astrology, are doing a weekly video. Well, they found out about my channel getting busted. They're like, we don't care. Come on, we'll do this together. So we were going to do a different coin next week I think on Monday. But because there is a trigger point for April 5th, I believe it's April 5th, for Digibyte, we're going to do, even though it's not, we were trying to do these micro, like where they're less than a penny and they're going to run really fast. She's like, we need to tell the people this. We need to tell them what's going to happen. So I'm going to give you guys a little preview of that. I don't know what the news is, but I know that we'll be posting it and sharing it. And it's just been really, really cool, really accurate, really exciting. So
is the news about Digibyte?
The video will be about Digibyte.
Okay.
And there's something about April 5th being like a launch point or a beginning of a run kind of thing.
Yeah.
But there's other information that I probably shouldn't share.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what you want to do. I mean, for free. I mean, you can go out to Twitter and follow SL Crypto 369, I think it is, or I don't know, I get confused. You can follow her and she'll post the things that she's seen. I mean, she gets flashes of visions. I mean, just visions. I mean, numbers. From her, whatever you want to call it. From the other world, from
spirit guides,
oversoul. Universe, God. Whatever you want to call it. The only reason, and this is the same thing I did with crypto. I did not introduce my parents into crypto until I believed in it and I knew what it was. And Dad's like, "Oh, you should have told me earlier." It's like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to tell you something that if I don't believe in it, I'm not going to talk about it. And when I did, that's when I did. And it's the same with this. I introduced Lisa to SL 369 because it's like I saw enough to know that there's something really there. Well, and you've seen it with your own eyes. I mean, you're
and
like,
my pocketbook.
Right,
and her heart is for the people.
Agree.
Like, she is very humble. It's not about promoting herself. There's no ego in it. Like, I'm getting chills all over my body, but she really feels like this. Part of this is she was designed to give these messages. They were only given to her to give to other people.
Right.
And for her to ask me to facilitate that is like super humbling. So
it's about the people who have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. You can put this out there, and I look at her following, and I'm like, there's not that big of a following. And there's a reason for that, I think, because it's about those people who want to be awake, who realized when they came in here, like Vic says, there are silver warriors who are here today, who are just like, we're here to stop the corruption. We're going to do it with silver. That's going to destroy it all. I mean, there are people here, and
because at one point I think silver was the answer, or maybe part of the answer.
And it's still,
but I think it's about their
Right.
heart or their intention.
Right. It's the intention of saving humanity. And that goes back to that battle of dark versus light. There are light weapons that can be used in different ways, all kinds of different ways. And silver's one of them. I mean, in a lot of different ways, all the properties that it has. Okay, that's one. Crypto, in another way, it's another weapon that is there that you can use to free yourself as a human being and break through and be what we were born to be. And in the chat, in our community, all those people that it doesn't matter if there's 5 people in the chat or 1 person in the chat. It doesn't matter, because those people have been drawn to this for a reason, have been drawn to crypto, been drawn to who we are, what we say for a reason. And so you can't say, oh my gosh, I'm not reaching enough people. I don't have enough subscribers, this and that. It's like the value of those people and who they are being awake changes the whole world. And what she's doing, it's the same thing. It's just like, I'm called to this because I'm going to tell those people who need to hear it and want to hear it. And it's going to change their lives, and it's going to change the lives of their families and everybody around them. And
she says, this is not financial advice, do your own research. But if you look back at her history, her track record, she's been incredibly accurate. But then you have to decide like how much of that. The really cool thing is when we do the video, we also partner with Maya, who's the astrologer. So SL369 gets these flashes or visions of a dollar amount and a project, or gets a message somehow. But she really is not narrowed down on the timeline. Well, the cool partnership of this is that then Maya, who's an astrologer, goes in and does these charts like our last video. I'll post it on my new channel as soon as I can. I'll post it on my Patreon. I think I've already posted on my Patreon. But I'll post it again on my Patreon. If you guys are new Patreon members, I put all of the links in the description below. That's one way you can support me moving forward as we grow the new channel. And I give a lot of extra content there, and you have direct contact with me there at least twice a day. I check the messages. So, and there's different opportunities there too. So, but the astrology part of it's cool because that's the timing. And she's like, well, I know the timing, but I don't know the price. But then SL is getting all these prices. So the two of them together, they're like the dynamic duo. It is really
Wonder Twin
cool.
Powers activate.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really, really cool.
But it comes at a time when we need it, because we look around and we're like, what is going on? What are we supposed to do? I mean, this is madness. And so it's, but other people, they think, okay, this is normal.
Yeah, nothing we're going through right now
everything's
is normal.
fine, and for us, I mean, for the people that are just like, I was born this way, I've said it before, everything's screwed up, this is messed up, why am I here? But I came here for a reason. It's it's like, we got to fix this now. We can't be doing this anymore. Okay. And so for those people who realize, okay, this is a messed up situation, this is the tool, these are the weapons, and these are like the oracles that are giving you the knowledge that's like, okay, got it, all right, pick this up, fight the battle, and you just okay, I trust you, and I do, and I would never introduce you to somebody I didn't trust, and I've known her for several years, and it's just, everything comes together and everything works because it's part of a plan. You just got to let it work and don't sabotage yourself, because that's my experience. I will sabotage myself. I will allow myself not to do things that I should do to help other people.
Yeah, you'll overthink. You
get
into that overthink mode.
Yeah. And it's like, fine, forget it. I'm going to torch the whole thing. It's like, no. I mean, no. There's a bigger plan at work. And it's like, these people, this army of spiritual warriors, we found each other, and it's, let's do our thing, and let's put it into this, and let's elevate.
Well, and when people have that need to go outside of typical community, but you find stronger community outside of that, it kind of, it reminds me of those, I guess it was in the 60s when they were all these communes were popping up, and people were like, I'm not listening to that. I'm not going to be a part of that system. And I think that's where we're kind of going to again, is like, people are going to choose, I'm going to be a part of that system or not a part of that system. And as long as you have community to have that healthy ecosystem to support that, then that works.
Right.
So it's about us leaning on each other for sure.
That's it. And, ascending, bringing heaven on earth, so to speak, because it can be done. It's just, we just need to stop playing the game that we know is broken, that doesn't work. And
quit giving it your attention. Like you talk about the vampires all the time.
Yep.
Look away. Don't give, think about a bully. Don't give them your power. Don't give them your attention. And I think that's what we have to do.
You don't matter. You don't matter. and that's it. And you walk away and you go do your own thing.
Well, and I
Again,
think go ahead. I was just gonna say, to let everybody know, like, my intention of starting the new YouTube channel is not, the backup channel is not to grow it in that place again. It's to say, hey, where are all my friends that I met this way?
Yep.
Where are we going from here? Because we're not staying there. So then I'm looking at as many different platforms as I can and looking for where the community wants to go from there. And so just so you guys know, like, please like and share that new space and let that be a launch. But then you guys start looking into what looks good, what feels good, what's easy to use, what are you engaging with, where do you feel like you can connect with the creator or the person creating the videos, like where do you feel the most community? Because I really want your feedback of where does our community go from here, and because I don't think we stay here.
No. Yeah, I mean, we have to envision what we want. That goes along with, you know, what I kind of say. Where do you want to be? What can crypto do for you? I mean, know when you're at a point. Don't think that, oh my gosh, I'm going to ride this thing so far up the moon. Okay, but what do you want out of it? You know, what do you want that weapon to do? I mean, figure out
if you
what
take
that
the
is.
dollars off of it.
Yeah.
I think if you take the dollars off of it and say, you know, what does that look like? Is it
building an animal shelter? I saw
and
it in the chat.
am able,
build an
I'm
animal
able
shelter.
to help.
Is that your dream to help the animals? I mean, to rescue animals, animal rescue shelter. Is it to, help people who have, suffer from cancer? Whatever it is, whatever your dream is, this gives you an opportunity to fulfill that and to make a change for humanity, and not just humanity, but for the souls of every living thing on this earth. You've got that ability. And so realize what that is. And when you have that, don't think, well, I could have 2 of them. I could have 3 of them. I could have 4 of them. No, it's just like, be happy, love what you do. And if you're given that opportunity to where every day you wake up and you're like, this is wonderful, this is a great day. And that's why I love Ben, because he's so very positive. I wake up, I'm happy, it's a beautiful day. And I'm doing what I love, and I'm helping people.
And a lot of that is,
what more do you want?
Yeah, he really understands the term freedom. Yeah. And to have true freedom, you have to apply that to everyone in your life, and their freedom for them to be and act in a way that you may not agree with.
Right.
That's true freedom.
That's it.
So
you do your thing.
That's what I wish for everyone.
You, boo. Do your thing. I mean, really.
The boo coin. We'll come up with the boo
coin.
Yeah.
Hashtag boo coin.
Boo. Yeah. Well, thank you guys for being here. I'm like getting close to the end and probably have had way too much to drink. But I am going to be on Jean-Claude's show tonight for my Beyond Crypto with Rice and Crypto.
Is Rice back yet? I mean, he was out with...
He came home yesterday.
Okay, he's home. All right. That was interesting. I watched some of that. It's thought-provoking.
Did I make a face? I don't know.
It's interesting. So go watch it. Make your own decisions.
Everyone make your own decisions. Yeah. I don't know. So many things in my head. Sorry. That I should not come out of my mouth.
So many.
But I love Rice. And I think it's very admirable that he's really trying to
He's a truth seeker. He's a truth seeker. He wants to know the truth.
To look for the truth.
Absolutely. And
even if.
And
anyway,
happy Friday hour.
Happy Good Friday hour to everybody. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me. I really can tell you that it meant a lot to me, watching the support on Twitter and in other spaces. And we're going to build this backup channel, and we're going to build community. And I want your feedback. I want to know what you guys think of where this community goes, where we can have the best connection and cooperation. Who else is being inappropriate now? No, we're not going to build back better.
Sorry.
Shame on you. You and your circle back and building back better. Why don't you go fall up a flight of stairs?
It might happen.
It might happen. we'll keep drinking and see what
Mhm.
happens. Hey, Mary jumped in.
I'll
At the end.
drink
Gotta say
till
hi
I
to everybody.
fall down, and I'll order another round.
Lord,
right.
that only happens at Westwood Bar. So
That's only here.
yeah, you're safe there though.
It's
All right, you guys. Take care. Love all of you. And please go find the new channel. We will try to be there on Monday. We'll see what happens. So
It'll all work
love
out.
to all. Have a great weekend.
Love you all.
Bye.